Hello to you today. Okay, so I was ahead of myself yesterday. Today is the 999 portal that we're tapping into. But for you, it can be any time because energy is not bound by time. It's not. Energy is energy. And so when your energy lines up with the energies that are in this message, that's when they are for you. Okay, just so you know. So let's get into it. Last night I woke up to the moon downloading its light codes into my third eye. It's crazy because it's behind me. I sleep with my head towards the window, and the moon was shining down, and I woke up aware of this like light beam, and I looked out, and sure enough, the moon's up there, or what I thought was the moon. Some bright sphere of light, which, it's probably the moon. But then I fell asleep again and woke up, and it was the same thing in the same spot. The same thing was happening. And so I was like, oh, there's that moon again. But upon waking, I'm like, maybe I didn't fall asleep. I just closed my eyes and then opened them up again, because why would the moon be in the same spot if I had fallen asleep again? You'd think it would move because time, but apparently time's not relevant, as we've already cleared up. So there's that. Okay. This is the card for us today. And I believe it is recognized. No, maybe not. What is this one? Recognition? You'd think I would remember these things. It is recognition. Okay. The energy of recognition helps you look at yourself differently. We often have a lot of self-criticisms that influence our self-esteem in a negative way. Fear is frequently the barrier that keeps us from doing what we really want to do. Recognize yourself. Yes. Recognize yourself as a magical co-creator of your world, of the universe, of this universe, of the world you want to be, of your power, of your divinity. Okay? Of your gorgeousness. It's easy to compare ourselves with others, to downplay our own successes and things we have overcome, and just plain forget about them. Thursdays. I thought there was other ones. Oh, look at this. Burn it away, because things are coming to fruition. Okay. Face it and burn it. And also towers that happened to bust it up, to move the things, to make the things happen. Hagulas. The scorpion is not soft or gentle. Okay, I'm just going to read the key words because there's 3 of them, and that's a lot of reading. Okay, disruption, endings and beginnings, transformation, radical change, and completion. Okay, so the things that I've been picking up yesterday and today are an ending to the cycle. Okay, so there's a lot of karmic relationships, situationships, processes, thought patterns, ways of being, ways of doing, ways of seeing, ways of creating, all of the things that the cycle has ended. And even if you have ended out, closed out, walked away, made boundaries around certain things, it took a while for the energy to dissipate, as it does, right? When we're holding energy in a swirling vortex for long periods of time, even though we change the circumstances, it takes a bit for the energy to be like, oh yeah, and move, right? It's just like you can have shifted into a new dimension, mentally, physically, or mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but physically it takes just a little bit longer to see. This is why we hold the vision. This is why we trust in the unseen, because it takes a little bit of time for all of that energetic work to show up physically. Okay, so all of your physical work is taking time to show up energetically. Okay. Hagulas. So yeah, I'm getting this completion period, this endings, beginnings moment, right? The death of the old. It's finally like maybe the last residuals that were down at the bottom have just come up. Okay, so an example, my son was supposed to come camping with me, and I was really excited about that, and to show him this beautiful place, and just to spend some time with him and all that kind of stuff. And he just canceled on me, and well, there's a lot of reasons. He's been super busy, hasn't had any time to himself. There's an event going on where he lives that he wants to go see with his girlfriend. Anyways, I noticed that I didn't mask my disappointment, which I usually do, right? Oh, it's fine. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I don't care. Or it doesn't matter, but it does, right? And in that moment, I actually was like, I was disappointed, and I just let that be. And so that was one of the things that I noticed. And then, when he said he was going to be, hanging out with his girlfriend, there was this little tiny speck in the corner that was like abandonment, not being chosen, you're alone again kind of stuff that came up. And it came up as an emotion. Tears came out. And so I also recognized, saw that, and let it come out and through. And, as tears appeared, I was like, yay, because, residuals, you got to feel it to heal it, right? So it was like a yay moment. And yes, we found those little residuals in the corner and they came up, and then immediately moved and surrendered to just the universe and trusting in the unseen, right? Like, this is how the universe conspires in your favor and cooperative components are moved around, right? So I just have to trust that this is all part of the plan, and it's not something personal. It's something bigger than me, and to allow that to recognize and let it be, right? And so anyways, it felt very much like residual, the last little bits coming up to the surface. And trust, you just gotta trust in all the things. Okay, that was long, and I hopefully it was helpful. Right? It's not about denying yourself from feeling these things when they aren't, ideal. It's about how long you stay there. It's about allowing yourself to feel real feelings, but also recognize, stay empowered, show gratitude, and move on. Okay. 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 What do we got here? What do we have? Where is There was as. Okay, protection, passion, defense, conflict, and male potency. Okay, so because we've got the wolf, who's very pack-oriented, protector, and the burning away, the purging, and also the rose here. It's like you're this protection where you're beautiful, right? You're beautiful, you're luscious, you smell fantastic. You draw people in, they can look, they can smell, they can touch if it's carefully, but you also have thorns. So there's like a level of protection that is beautiful, right? So you're not going to be rough-handled. Rough-handled? Is that a thing? Rough-handled? Why does that sound weird? Anyways, okay. And then Jera. Okay, so this is the one that I'm excited about because this is your year in review. This is the seeds you had sown a year ago starting to bear fruit. Okay, this is also your hard work paying off, really, right? The bee works continuously. Okay, so fruition, balance, abundance, cycles and rhythms, and harmony. Okay, so this is a beautiful, after the purge, after the release, after the cleansing, after the allowing of things to heal, then this transformation, this closing, this end of the cycle. And then abundance and fruition and loveliness. Okay, this is perfect balance here. Cleansing, and look at the intuition. This is something that you can't go to a doctor and say, I need help with this. This is energetic. This is emotional. This is going in deep. But also, this is being in a state where anything that comes to the surface, you're able to deal with. Yes. So stillness. Also, like an anchor being lifted from the ground, and there's all the sediment that comes up with it, and that turmoil, that momentary blindness, and allowing a stillness for things to settle, and then you are able to see clearly again, right? This new landscape that is less an anchor, a tether point, and then the freedom of that. You're no longer bound to one position. You are free to float. Okay, too many analogies, maybe. One too many analogies, but I feel like you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, so recognize how far you've come, recognize where you've come from. That's a good way of reestablishing your success in your brain, right? Out of sight, out of mind. So we forget. We just look at where we are now and we're like, what the heck? But if you were to go back 10 years, 1 year, 10 years, whatever the amount, and look at how far you have come, you might see things differently. You might actually see how far and what kind of work, and, give yourself praise. Give yourself praises for how far you come. Yeah, 10 years? Wow. Closed out many karmic cycles. Stood up for myself. Said no to things that were pulling at me and said yes to me. Started putting myself first. Okay. Let's look at what the cards have for us today. Okay, what do we got? You guys just take it easy here. We got those two, and this looks like it's gonna be a... Oh, okay, just like that. Okay, we do have some out of view here. I'm sorry, but perhaps they will find and relocate here. Okay, so let's start with these two. Okay, boundaries and star shining. Okay, you, the star, shining bright. You have emerged. Recognize yourself as a star, a beautiful, shining, authentic earth. Oh, it just saw two deer bounding through the trees. Oh, three. That's cute. You just saw little tails. Boing, boing, boing. Okay. Dear, and the importance of having boundaries, okay? Creating boundaries. This is also when you recognize you are feeling or seeing or things of the past, being like, aha, I see you, and you have no power here, right? Boundaries are super important, as I've learned in the last 10 years. Okay, I can't believe I survived the life I lived with no boundaries. Okay. Okay, so what about them? Consider your process from all the different perspectives. Amazing. Yes. Consider how far you've come. You've learned how to create boundaries and became a freaking star, okay? Recognize. Yes. Okay, what else we got? Oh, yes, and you balanced. You found a beautiful homeostasis of love, okay? The Two of Cups. This is beautiful. This is becoming an overflowing cup. And, you know, it can talk about two overflowing cups coming together, supersizing and becoming two supersized over cups whose combined energetic overflow is a tsunami of love. Okay. But this is also internally as a balanced, right? Of your masculine as a full cup and your feminine as a full cup, and you finding that beautiful balance point in between, creating this supersizing and harmony. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay. What else? We've got the sun. Okay. What a gorgeous confirmation. It's like, yeah, you're a star. But stars are suns, okay, and they're super powerful, life-giving. They bring life to worlds, okay, and that's a beautiful thing. And look at this balance with the light and the dark, the shadow, right, and the two sunflowers here. And then the queen, she's the discerner. She is the queen of boundary making, okay, by using her truth, setting boundaries with truth. I don't want to do that, period. Not internally you don't want to do it, but I probably should because they want me to do it or whatever, right? Queen of Swords is like, whoop-a-cha! Bye! Okay, so that's great. That's great. What else we got? Oh, wow. The Magician. Okay, this is gorgeous with your Ten of Pentacles. Look at, like, what? Okay, alchemy. Taking anything that comes to you and either cutting it away or transmuting it into fuel, into abundance, into fertilizer for your seeds. Okay, beautiful. What are these? We've got the Fool and your work. Okay, so this is like dedication. You don't get 8 pentacles by, slacking, by only kind of working. This is steady, dedicated work. Okay, it represents. It's just the blanketed work card for me. So whether it's your career, your work on yourself, your spiritual work, that you do for yourself and or others, it's all the work. Okay, beautiful. The work in becoming balanced, the work in becoming successful, the work in becoming a star, the work in making boundaries, becoming a magician, and this Fool. This is trusting in the unseen. This is leaps of faith. This is your trust in the divine. Okay, and something about trusting in your ability to see things from different perspectives also. Okay. What the actual? Okay, the Empress and the Magician. So this is your ability to hold the frequency of love. I cannot believe that she's always over here. What are you doing, Empress? She's holding the frequency of love. Okay, she's birthing all of the seeds. And we've got the Hermit too. So this is a hermiting. This is this personal growth, this thing that you have done for yourself. Okay, nobody else can do it for you, as you have learned. You are the only one you can never leave or lose. Okay, so that's why the relationship with yourself is the most important. Okay. Oops, we've got patience. Okay, so did you see the fool leapt, taking a leap of faith? And somehow this affecting your world here, okay? The world you create, the world you exist within. And it's definitely this trust, this alchemy, and this love vibe holding that is so like the Empress is the tuner, okay? And the magician is the one who turns the knobs, or the filter. The magician is the filtration system. So everything that the Empress attracts to her moves through the magician and filters, transmuting anything that needs to be transmuted. And the Queen of Swords cuts away and severs anything that cannot be transmuted. And that's beautiful. Okay. And then your patience for the things, the work that you've done, and the seeds to grow. Okay, very important part of all of the processes. Well, we've got the High Priestess and the consolidating your resources. This is also the going all in on the Two of Cups, the choosing the glasses are full versus I spilled some, right? And your intuition, the work on trusting, identifying, trusting, being able to hear, listen, and know through your intuition. That takes time. That takes all the time. Well, it takes as long as it takes, right? It takes work and it takes patience. It takes dedication and trust. Wow. There's messages from the heart that are around, okay? So whether you're sending messages from the heart or messages from the heart are coming to you, both are relevant because that's what the Empress does. She births little heart seeds as well as draws in bounty, the beautiful, beautiful things. Okay, so let's put this Knight of Cups. This could be the passion that fills cups. Here, yours, others. Whatever it is, it's gorgeous. There's your cup. Okay, we've got a King of Cups here carrying the Ace of Cups. This is a loving man who's compassionate and living from the heart space, okay? His eyes are closed because he's trusting in the divine. He's trusting in his connection to his higher self. He's comfortable, he's colorful, he's creative, he's compassionate, and he's got a full cup to share, okay? Because he's gone through the process of becoming an overflowing cup, filling himself with liquid sunshine, okay? So this is self-mastery of the heart, which makes sense because you're a star, a magician, and the Empress. So I want to say that this could be someone coming in with a message from the heart, okay? This could be an opportunity, person, place, or thing. This could be you sending out love sauce messages. What do they call those? Message gram or a heart gram? Oh, heart gram. What? Oh, it's the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So this is being, doing, existing in your own. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles, she is the mistress of her realm, okay? She's got a certain level of safety and security. Sanctuary. I want to call it a sacred sanctuary because I love a sacred sanctuary. Right? She's got a throne. She's connected to her intuition. Look at the size of that moon in behind her. That was what the moon was last night, shining into my third eye. And look at her harvest. Look at all of her beautiful things that are in bloom, that are prolific, right? They continue to bloom and grow. So that's a beautiful thing. So this is someone who is holding their own in whatever way that looks for you, right? Getting bills done, going on vacation, getting bills done. Your wheel is turning in your favor. The wheel has turned because you've reached a completion Sorry, I just looked outside and saw darkness stalking the moon. Mimsy moon, that is. Which, feels right. It feels right. Okay, so your ability to shine bright and be with boundaries, seeing things from different perspectives, balanced, and your heart space. Beautiful. This is you holding the frequency of the world that you want to live in. And just like that, darkness disappears. He's like a ninja. Okay. So I want to put this here because this is the world you are literally creating with your magic sauce. Okay. Yes, you are creating a world of love and abundance and peace and prosperity and hope and joy. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, and it's coming fast. This fell on the patience. So your patience will be rewarded because when the things line up, it's going to be a boom, bada bing. Okay, and you might be intuiting this. You might be feeling that something's happening, right? Energy is moving, things are shifting, what's going on? And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, where did that? All of a sudden, boom, King of Pentacles. You know what? I had a feeling. I was a little bit tentative on putting this one here because I felt like the King of Pentacles wanted to go there. Okay, so we've got divine counterparts. This is also grounding in your material realm. Okay, this is giving me this energy movement solidifying you into the world that you are transitioning into. Okay, yes, whatever I was talking about at the beginning with energy, taking time to shift and move and recalibrate and catching up. This is like also like I'm being shown a tracer, and there's like this period of instability, of unclearedness, and then all of those pieces line up and then it's there. Does that make sense? Okay. It's hard to put into words the things that are visual, but that is beautiful. Okay. This is balance, divine counterpart, gorgeousness, heart messages, and gorgeous love. Okay. I'm going through one more time. Anybody else wants to come out and blow our minds? Do it now. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, just calm your boots. Okay. These guys drop down here. We got the spiritual garden. We've got the action making it happen. We've got this beautiful, gorgeous, stable, joyful, abundant world foundation and the transformation process. Okay. Which we are very much in the middle of. What do we got? We've got the intentions. Okay. This is your recognition of self. You are speaking your life into being through your belief of self, right? You believe you're a star. You believe you're a magician. You believe you're an empress. You believe you are balanced and from the heart and creating these worlds. Your intentions, this is that lining up. Cohesion. I want to say cohesion. Okay, self-reflection and protection through truth. Yes, I call this one the sentinel protection one, but I recognized it is through your truth speaking that you protect yourself, right? Before you may go and do things for all the wrong reasons, but now you are so stable in your truth speaking that you are keeping yourself safe from the things that you don't want by speaking truth into them, if that makes sense. Kind of, yes. Kind of, yes. And the self-reflection, okay? This is that considering your truths before you speak them, right? Looking into your own cup to see what it is that you are serving, is what I want to say. Okay? And this is something you do in hermit mode. And the speaking of the truth just feels right over here because the Empress is definitely also birthing truth seed bombs, truth seed bombs into the world. Okay, what a gorgeous spread. Can you see it all in there? And we're just gonna take a couple of these guys. That seems like a lot, and are the same ones sticking on my fingers all the time. I'm trying to find the perfect non-biased means of bringing charms out. Okay, so we got the spider with the rose quartz. So this is self-love, mastery, and mindfulness on the webs you weave, the world you create, right? The filigree strings that you connect that become your network. Yes. Okay. We've got the peace flower. Doesn't this remind you of like those old peace propaganda photos and stuff like that. So I want to say peaceful world. This is the one you are creating. Beautiful. We've got the fish bones. Okay. This is the releasing of the stinky dead things that you don't need anymore. When you find them, be like, oh, get rid of that. Okay. We don't need that. That's part of this Thurazaz. Find the dead things and bury them. Okay, we've got the sparrow of love, and it is looking for its other person. Okay, it's this cup that is ready to be shared, perhaps. We've got this one's been coming out a lot, and this is an important part, right? We want to feel safe in our spaces, but also free. Okay, and this bird, the cage is open and it's singing a beautiful song because it's happy. It's happy because it knows it can fly away, and it also knows that when it comes back, it's got a place to stay. And I didn't mean for that to be a rhyming thing, but this is stable safety, and I feel like that's what this balance, masculine, feminine in the material realm is about. Is a safe, feeling, grounded, centered beingness. Yes. Whoa. Okay. We've got you as the captain of your own ship, steering your ships, turning the wheel in your favor. This is also a recognition of the work you've done to get yourself, to move yourself, to be this gorgeousness that is you. Okay. So, yes, all of those things. We've got my Dumbo elephant that focuses on the ear, what you hear. Okay. So, this is your relying on your knowing sentience, like your clairaudience, your intuition, your spirit guides, the signs and synchronicities, not the things you see, right? The things you hear. So maybe like when you ask a question the start of your day, and then you hear lyrics in a song, or overhear part of a person's conversation, and there are messages in the things that you hear. Yes, okay. So watch out for those, because messages comes in all kinds of forms, okay? We've got the plethora. This is a coral. So I want to say community as well. Corals, I think, are a collection or a community of many things. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know much about corals I'm finding in this moment right now, but I feel like it's a group of things living together all as one, maybe? Or is it one whole thing? I don't know. We'll have to research that. But it's a mass amount. And when it's a healthy, beautiful coral reef, it's abundant and gorgeous, right? It brings in, it's symbiotic. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, we've got the choo-choo train of speediness. Okay, I feel like this is the energy picking up momentum and starting to bring in all of the things that are for you. Okay, we've got the celebration cup. This is also this cup that this king wants to share. Looking for someone to cheers with. We've got the dragonfly. Okay, these things are amazing, first of all, and they are super duper good hunters. I think they, what was it? What was the fact? I can't remember, but they eat a lot of mosquitoes in a day. And we like the things that eat the things that bite us. Yes. Okay, so dragonfly vibes. This is also something beautiful. There's this transformation to, because their larvae are terrifying, and then they transform into these beautiful aerial dominating creatures. Okay? And that is you. You are an aerial dominating creature. Yes. And I don't know where to put you, so I'm going to put you right. Does it matter? No, but yes, apparently it does. I don't know. Okay. Then we have the shooting star, okay? And also the star. And it feels like this star fits in this other star. Or I want to make it. Okay, so it's almost like breaking your own mold. Okay, that whole idea of they broke the mold when they made you. Well, I feel like you broke your own damn mold. And that is a beautiful thing. That's what you're recognizing. The work you've done to get you to this place. Okay, so I feel like this is part of your beautiful balancing gorgeousness. Actually, in this case, because the masculine is the action and the feminine is the receiver. So we've got this beautiful balance, stardom hood. Okay, and then the tree of life. The teeny tiny tree of life. This is the recognition that in this material realm, things take time. We're bound to time in the 3D, which is why it's important to balance between your spiritual, your ethereal, your astral, your unseen with your seen. Because yes, we are bound to this material realm in our material bodies, but we also, this idea of projection, consciousness projection, and astral projection, right? There are no bounds to what your mind can do. Okay. Okay. So let's take. The wolf just popped out when I picked it up. So double wolf confirmation. Let's see what the one animal spirits want to come out tonight. What do you want to say to us to confirm this gorgeous reading? What? Oh, okay. We've got the beaver. This is your hard work, okay, and your balance between the water and earth. So this is your flowing and your doing stage. We've got the vulture. This is dealing with your bones, your dead. This is an important part. This is what vultures, they are really good at finding the source of the death and dealing with it, okay? And so this is part of think of the bones as weights that are holding your projecting thing, your vehicle that is moving you forward. It's slowing you down. So vulture comes in, aha, I see those bones, and lets it loose. Okay. Oh wow, we've got the moth and the butterfly and the fish. Okay, in between here. So this is interesting because the fish talks about always needing to move, and it's interesting between the moth and the butterfly because they are they both have incubation periods where it's really important for them to be in stillness to allow the transformation. So this is this message is for you to allow those periods of stillness, of their growth, allow those periods of darkness. That's the environment that the seed needs to sprout within, right? So be aware of that. Okay. Okay. Just going to quickly. So the vulture, guardian and purifier, reveals wisdom and clarifies. Clean your space and sage. This is the safety and cutting away and cleansing. Okay. The hawk. This could also be like your transition here. Let's just see what they have to say here. Okay, impulsive, hasty, and wishful. The moth. When it's in balance, it's enthusiastic and whimsical. Okay. Practicing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it were easier or different. So this could have been the version of yourself that you have moved from. Okay, and then there's this slippery fish, has to move, has to always be doing. Impatience I'm getting for this transition. And then the butterfly, undergoing great change and transformation. Okay, so this is the rear in review, the year in review, right? And I mean, for some of us, it hasn't been a year; it's been 10 years or however long this transformation process has been. Well, it's ongoing. It's we're just taking a little chunk out of the timeline here. But that's what I'm getting. So cheerful and graceful when in balance. Okay. And daily routine helps keep you grounded in the now. Okay, but take all this with this recognition of where you've come, your maintenance to become where you are on this timeline, and all the things it took to get you there, to keep you there, to hold you there, to move you there, for you to be there. Okay, I'm gonna get a crystal card to give us some confirmations. That's quick. Okay. So we've got 4 and 34. Oneness, creation, unity, and divine connection. The loving energy of the divine creator is present throughout the universe, and you are celebrated for reaching new levels of growth and understanding. In exploring your connection to all things, you have gained insight and clarity into the true nature of reality. From this viewpoint, you can perceive the natural cycles of life as the universe expands and contracts throughout eternity. This realization is the path towards profound personal peace. Realize any lingering doubt or restricting beliefs that separate you from the oneness of all things. Release them. You are guided to journey with your heart and feel the underlying energy flowing throughout the universe. May your light shine brightly with love as you enjoy the rediscovery of your true nature. Beautiful. Yes. And 34 is speak your truth. Wisdom and connection and exploration. Communicating a thought, feeling, or emotion that comes directly from your heart is to speak your truth. It often requires personal courage and may challenge an existing relationship dynamic. Is there a circumstance that leaves you feeling frustrated, angry, or sad? Explore any fear that surrounds your interactions and suppresses your heart's voice. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Expressing the thoughts and feelings of your heart, when delivered in a gentle way, can create miraculous change in your life. You are guided to find your voice and speak your truth. Be respectful to others and embrace your power. Okay, this is how you claim, own, become, and hold. It's through your heart, through your love, through your balance, and through your truth speaking. Beautiful. Yes, and you're honoring others by speaking your truth as well, because you're not carrying on a facade thinking that that's just what that other person, like you're just giving them what you think they want, right? And even if it is what they want, it's not what you want. And so, yeah. So I had a best friend and I sent her, I found this clown and it had a song that reminded me of this ride at Disneyland that her and I hated. Well, it was just so annoying and whatever. But anyways, It's a Small World was what it was. It was a bizarre, it was weird. Anyways, it's full of dolls and they're creepy. And anyways, so I found this porcelain head with the fuzzy like ostrich feather colored hair, and then like a beanbag body with a colorful little jumpsuit, right? And I sent it to her as a gift. And I called her up and I was like, "Did you get my gift?" She's like, "Oh, I loved it." And I'm like, "Are you okay with clown? Like, do you like the clown?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Thank you so much." Right. And so I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, she really, really liked that." So when I came across another one, I was like, "Oh, well, she loved that other one so much. I'll get her another one." So I ended up for like, I don't know, 5 years. I kept sending her, or maybe it was longer than that. They became like this thing that I would do and send them to her. Anyways, years later, I find out that she hated clowns. She hated those things. And I was like, "Why did you tell me that you liked them so much?" And she said, "Well, she loved that I had given her a gift. Like she loved the fact that I thought about her and I gave her gifts and all this kind of stuff." But it felt like such a betrayal because here I was thinking she was somebody who loved these things and that's why I kept buying them for her, when she was lying to me. Like it was a betrayal. It was like I suddenly was like, "Well, now I don't even know who you are. What else have you agreed with or thinking that that's I just want to hear?" Like I could have gotten her something that she loved, but instead, do you see what I'm saying? It's really important to speak your truth, because then that's your frequency of authenticity, right? Okay. Sorry if my stories get too long. It's just, I'm neurodivergent. That's just the way it is. You got to know backstory and context. And trust me, I'm mindfully editing a lot so that it's not so long, but they still end up being long. But anyways, if you're here, you don't mind. And I love you for it. So thank you. Okay. We're just going to take that card. And it's surprise. You may be surprised, okay? And this was over by the Empress, so this is something that you're drawing in. You're drawing in a beautiful surprise. So go through life in gorgeous, joyful anticipation for surprises to delight you that are going to show up, knock at your door, knock on your shoulder, or beam you in the third eye chakra while you sleep. Okay, there's the reading for today, and it's amazing. It's gorgeous. Like, what the heck is going on here? You guys are magical, magical, balanced, beautiful, gorgeousnesses of starlight and personal power and growth. So keep it up. Maintenant? Maintenant? What is maintenant? That's French for something. For now, maybe? Anyways, recognize yourself. You're a freaking star. You're a freaking star. You're a freaking star. Okay? You got 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Okay? So big changes are coming up. You're leaving the old and you're stepping fully in the new. So intend with intention. Wait for it. Trust. And watch it suddenly arrive. Okay? Love you. Appreciate you. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.